For EP, climbing walls and handholds is our business, but that's really not why we're here. We're here to enrich people's lives and introduce climbing to the world. We know that once somebody gets an opportunity to go indoors and climb on a climbing wall, that they're going to be hooked and they're going to be a climber for life.
Hello and welcome climbing fans to our first World Cup of Bouldering for 2015. We're here in Toronto in Canada, just a few hours away from the infamous Niagara Falls, where a lot of climbers stop off for a bit of relaxation. But there's certainly no relaxation here. It's high octane action for the next 2.5 hours from the Thornhill Community Centre, which actually is an ice hockey pad. And yesterday we had some superb qualification events, and the DJ here is giving us a fantastic beat for the event. We had some tremendous semi-finals earlier. If you caught it live, we saw shocks galore. In the men's competition, Jan Hoyer didn't even make it through qualification. And then in the semis, we missed out with Sean McCall, Jakob Schubert, the defending champion, Gigi Monde. And in the women's side, Shauna Coxey, Alex Johnson, Fanny Gibert, and Miho Nanaka all missed out as well. It's nearly time to start here in Toronto. Just a few minutes to go before we get underway for one of the highlight events on the tour, this IFSC World Cup 2015. I'm very pleased joining me, and you'll hear from him very shortly, is Sean McCall, who's obviously a little bit gutted that he didn't make it through the semi-finals, and that's probably my first question that I'll be asking him. Sean's going to join me very shortly, and we'll be asking him a few questions later on. The officials, just to get a bit of a paperwork out of the way, I know a lot of you like to know who's actually setting the problems. Well, the officials here today, Graham Alderson is the Chief Technical Delegate, Jury President Francois Leonardon, IFSC judge is Paul Leday of Canada, Jamie Cassidy of Great Britain is the Chief Route Setter, and he's assisted by Mathieu Detrey of France and Percy Bishton of Great Britain. I do know that a lot of you wanted to know, obviously we had quite a major issue with the website having a few, I suppose you could say, minor glitches towards the end of competition. So let's just tidy up how the semi-finals went out. And there you see, now this screen I really like because it shows exactly what happened on all the problems. An incredible two equal first places for the two French athletes, and only 3 athletes completed problem 1, only 4 athletes completed problem 2, and then problem 3 and 4 became a bit of a non-event really, with nobody getting close on 3 and just about everybody and his dog managing to get problem 4 sorted. And you've got to feel it was quite interesting, and it's quite nice in a way that Matthew Corneau, who finished in just on row 7 here, actually made it through to the final. They all had the equal number of attempts. It was very simple. Now that was the men's side of things. And if we have a quick look at the female side as well. This is how the women's went, with Puccio, Wurm and Noguchi, Sauerwein and Stur all making 3 tops on problems 2, 3 and 4. Stur certainly under a little bit of pressure, and she did an incredible climb on problem 4. And then Melissa Lenay there you see just getting in right at the end. She was the top athlete. She actually managed all 4 bonuses, and that enabled her to just squeeze in 6th place. Some pretty big names just outside there, Nanaka, Gibert and Coxey, and Kruder as well on page 1, just missing out. Shauna Coxey obviously just coming back from injury, and she's just making her comeback. I'm sure we'll see a lot more of her to come. The guys are warming up behind the scenes. This is the front of the wall, and what you're going to see in a second is we're going to see the action behind the wall. And Sean McCall's just joining me. This is what's going on behind the wall. Sean, welcome first of all. Okay, Sean, you can speak now.
Thanks for inviting me.
It's lovely to have you. I've got to say, first question, unfortunate situation. You would love to be in the final here. You've got all these fans here who'd love to see you climbing. Unfortunately, you're having to stick with me.
Unfortunately, yeah, the semifinals round was really hard. I know you're going to ask me about it, so I'll just kind of jump right into it.
Go for it.
Yeah, it was really unfortunate. I don't know if anyone else had a chance to talk about it on the stream, but yeah, as it turned out, number 3 was impossible. There was, I think, a few people that got to the zones, but as you know, we're trying to get the tops. Number 4 was just too easy, and it came down to a couple of holds. They thought maybe we'd be really tired by doing 3 boulders, and it was too hard. And so really, it was the semifinals based on 2 boulders, and so yeah, it was really disappointing. But in the end, you had to do one of those 2. It was also unfortunate that one of them was a slab. But yeah, no, I couldn't do it. I touched the last hold in number 2. It was really unfortunate, but I could have climbed better.
Yeah. And that's the trouble, isn't it? That I suppose, and I think everybody knows. I know my climbing pretty well now, and if the competition is based just on 2 boulders, you are going to get more random results. And we've got some pretty unknown names. But just before we go into that, what's going on back here? What's being said here?
It'll mostly be based on where we're sitting, what the order is. He's probably saying, well, there's 6 men. There's 7 men. There's only 6 women.
Yeah.
So the first man that goes out, whoever has the worst world ranking out of the people that tie for 6th, they're going to climb all by themselves. They won't have a girl partner to climb with, and then after that, the next 6 will come out in unison. He's saying, there's 2 clocks. You'll be able to see the scoreboard, and things like that.
Yeah, just housekeeping. You've seen that a few times before.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you still have to be there just in case it says something different this time. You've had a little look at the problems here for the finals. You can see them on your screen. A lot of you are watching this in HD, so. Sean, what do you view? Just look at the men's problems for starters. What do you think M1 to M4?
So yeah, I looked at them pretty close. I didn't touch any of the holds because I didn't have chalks on my hand or anything. But M1, I looked at it and I was like, I think most of them will be able to flash it. I say that, and I'm hoping that they'll all just do it. If it takes 2 or 3 tries, it is a jump.
Yeah.
So you do have to stick to the hold, and I didn't touch the start hold. But after the first move, you grab that undercling, and I don't know if you can see it really well, but as we go through the problems, I'll kind of give you a heads up.
I think that's probably the best thing, because we are from quite a distance away, and we will as I get to them. This is why you're sat here with me, because you can give the expert opinion of what's going on there. We're just a few minutes away. We are bang on 5 o'clock here now in Toronto, so I think the athletes are going to be coming out any second, and here they are. They're being announced to the audience. They're all coming out one by one. I think we're just waiting for our first female athlete. Okay, well, here we go. Hello, Melissa Lenave. Here she comes. She was just being a little bit shy. Yeah. So we have the men being led on from the left-hand side. The female athletes are coming on the right. We certainly have an interesting start list on the men's side of it. There's a couple of Frenchmen who've made it. A Frenchman and Nathaniel Coleman as well. And 3 Frenchmen out of the top 7. It's almost like we've gone back to sort of the mid-90s when France used to absolutely dominate the sport.
It is pretty interesting, and all 3 French guys, they climbed extremely well. Even Manu Cornu, he didn't even do the first qualifying boulder and had to really punch it, do all the rest of the qualifying boulders, kind of snuck in. Not really snuck in, but he did really well. And then in the semifinals, he just crushed it. He was one of the first people out and did 1 in 4.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. It's fair to say there is, yet again, it is just a really great atmosphere in here. They always support the climbing well in Toronto. And, there's no Canadian to cheer on. I won't say that too many times, Sean, but, they're still up for it. They just love the sport.
No, for sure. Like I said, I'd love to be up there, but I didn't climb well enough. Obviously, these are all incredible athletes, and
Yeah.
I'm almost more excited to see what it's going to be like on the men's side because, yeah, it's a little bit of a random field. Whereas the women's side, I've seen all of them in finals before. It's going to be quite the fight, but I've seen it before. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the Canadians do like cheering on the Americans, and I think Puccio might get a few cheers here today, which really will fire up. She looks quite pumped, actually, for this one.
Yeah, she's kind of refocused her training. She lost a bit of weight, and she's been really set on back in the World Cup circuit. So yeah. We'll see how it works.
Well, I'm really looking forward to this. Look at that lineup of ladies. You know, isn't there some talent amongst them? You know, Puccio, Verm, Noguchi, Saravine, Stur, and Lenave. So off they go. So this is the preamble. Now, I don't think I need Sean McCall to tell me what's going on here. Basically, just they look at the problems. They're allowed to touch that first starting boulder. They're all having a good look. The countrymen are having a little chat to each other. I always like this little fact that who talks to who beforehand. So there's a few, I think the Korean and the Japanese, the two Asians are certainly having a little chit chat about it. It's a difficult situation. I always think it's quite, you know, there's Adam Ondra is having a little chat through with Nathaniel Coleman there. Great to see an American man in the final as well. And you know, there's two athletes who only just managed to squeeze into the semi-finals. And you know, they started 2 and 4 in the start list on semis and made it through to the final, which is just quite incredible. So Ondra and Coleman are having a serious look at M1 towards the top. Now, Sean, I know you're a pretty honest, clean guy, but if you are talking to a few other people and you see something on a particular problem, you go, there's a trick there. You're not going to really be telling your arch rival. Tell us now. Nobody else is listening. You're not going to be telling your arch rival, oh, I've just noticed that little thing he's put in there.
Funny enough, I do. And maybe people say that's a huge testament to just the competitor I am. I'm actually very friendly and tell people. And the reason why I do tell people when I see that funny thing that may help is because 9 out of 10 times I will see it, and that 1 out of 10 times that I don't see it, I'm almost hoping that someone else is going to redo me the favor. And so yeah, people will say like, okay, well, yeah, that's inexperience, or you know, like he's stupid, he should just keep it to himself. But the stuff that I keep to myself is usually stuff where I think it's so weird, it's not really going to help other people, and it's just like, I just like doing it that way. And then even then I'm like, I think I'll do it this way, and they're like, no, like that won't work. And I'm like, yeah, but I know it'll work for me. But no, when I see something like really interesting, I just tell people, and like I don't openly say like, hey guys, like, I found this cool method. It's just like someone asks me like, what are you gonna do here? I say, well, I think I'm gonna put my foot over there. And
this is really good to see on you know, on our mobile camera. You know, you just get to see the face shots here, and you can actually see on that shot there's a really good crowd here today. They're giving away free t-shirts, which is certainly getting everybody pretty excitable. I've got to say, it was quite incredible watching Alex Puccio. She has definitely been working hard in the winter. She possibly didn't have as good a season as she would have hoped last year. And and we are monitoring the chat on YouTube, but I do appeal to you, please, let's keep it clean. We have a lot of juniors watching this. We will ban people for life on YouTube if you do start saying crazy things. We don't want swearing. Let's be respectful to all the athletes. This is our house, guys, and this is climbing. We're a good sport, and let's just keep it really good and positive. And it's just lovely to see so many people from all around the world. And I think there's quite a few people that are up in the middle of the night as well in Europe. What is it? It's only 11 p.m. in Europe. That's not too bad. So you guys, you're probably tucked in, ready for bed very shortly. You probably have to work in the morning. But yeah, you know, just an extra strong coffee and you'll be okay. It is great to see. And Sean McCall is going to be giving us a rundown of the problems as the initial athlete comes out for each one, telling us what he thinks. I think we did want to have a chat with the route setters, but I think they're a little bit in hiding after this semi-final experience. They're actually having a little, you know, this is part of the issue sometimes with climbing. And Sean, you must agree, sometimes, you know, you just can't tell that, you know, if a particular problem, like the chief route setter said that you know, they really didn't think it was going to turn out as bad on M3 as it did, and they just felt that, you know, it's just a matter of like, you know, half an inch sometimes that makes the difference.
I mean, after having the chance to calm down a bit after the semifinals, I agree with that. I mean, it's really hard to know when a boulder problem is that much too hard. And the hard part is like, yeah, they could have. I can always argue they can make things better. Like after climbing the round, you know, they could have put a little thumb catch in the left hold. They could have made the second hold better. They could have added a better foothold. But then in turn, if you did that, would it have made it like 12 tops? So it's always easy to complain about a competition. I'm the first to admit that. And yeah, I would have wished, you know, it was a little bit easier and the last one was a little bit harder.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
That's life, isn't it? Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes.
It's hard. And maybe even on the third one, if everyone would have gotten further, maybe people would have fallen off the fourth one because they were tired. It's hard to say.
Absolutely.
Yeah, competitors, they get really frustrated after. There's a lot of, you would call them favorites to get into finals. They didn't make it. Even a couple of them didn't even make it to the qualifier round. So
absolutely, who'd have said Jan Hoyer wouldn't have made the top 20 after? And, you know, that's incredible, isn't it?
I didn't even get a chance to talk to him, but I'm sure he's one of the people that are going to say, yeah, like I didn't have a good round, I didn't do the boulder too. It's part of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Hello, Norman Ho in Singapore. It's 5 a.m. You really are a climbing monster. Well done, my friend. And I see people, Portugal, Belgium, Austria. Yeah, just tell us where you are on the chat. I can't believe there's already 3,500 people watching. So here's me and you talking sat on a little wooden bench here. There's 3,676 people watching us right now and listening to what we're saying, or listening to what you're saying.
No, they're listening to what both of us are saying. We're looking at the comp, we're trying to answer questions.
Yeah, it's quite freaky, isn't it? Because we're sat here with maybe 1,000 people behind us. And, you know, it's like there's just a virtual stadium surrounding us with nearly 4,000 people. And already, you know, it is great. Do pass on to your climbing friends. Tell them to get onto the IFSC YouTube channel. Watch these events live. There's nothing like watching them live. But even watching them as replays, I had a look at the Innsbruck, the European Championships, and there's nearly 100,000 unique people have watched that video. It's just quite phenomenal. I'm really grateful to see that you guys are just enjoying these videos and the competition. And it's all about the athletes are just incredible. Such a thrilling, even the semi-finals today were absolutely brilliant to watch and to commentate on. We had a few technical challenges. Our IT systems all broke down. We went a little bit manual. Look at this beautiful view here.
So they're looking at problem 4 right now, and I looked just briefly on the men's 4. I think it's a feet first, and that's why you can see them kind of turning around a bit. I think they're going to take away also the black tape, which is covering. They put the black tape for women's 1 so that they can't use the holds on men's 4, but then in between one of the transition, they'll take off a few of the holds and hopefully take away a lot of that black tape.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll see how that goes. There's just about 30 seconds to go before they're finally thrown away. We've got 3 cameras covering from behind the wall, as you can see. One pretty high up with a really good view of what's going on, and then we've also got Dale, who's on our mobile camera, and he's the one giving you these beautiful shots here. Look at this. Julie Worm, Anna Stur. Anna Stur, only 26-year-old. Julie Worm, current European and world champion. And here we go. So the clock is running. We will, the system is, I'm pretty sure you know this, but I better just let you know just beforehand. There is 4 minutes on the clock. Once they come out, then the clock will start. If they are on the wall, when the clock gets to 0, the clock stays at 0, and they are allowed to carry on climbing until they fall off. It's that simple. It's not like the semi-finals where we're going to have screens all over the place. We just have one climber climbing at once, one male, one female. And when the very first climber comes out, he's actually going to be climbing on his own because we have 7 men who are in the males final. And we are keeping an eye on the chat room. In fact, Sean might even be replying. He is watching the chat room. He's concentrating on that more than talking to me at the moment. But it's we are taking questions from the chat, and if Sean sees anything or if I see anything, we will try and respond. As I say, please let's keep it clean on there. No swearing. Let's be respectful to all the competitors, and just have a lot of fun over the next 2.5 hours.
Also, another thing with the chat, like, I'm doing the live stream, but I'm here for the competition. I don't want to get questions on, like, Sean, what's your training like at this point? Like, what are you doing next week? I'm here to answer questions about the competition. And, you know, if you have a question like, Sean, like, what's the bonus hold like? Is it bad? Did you get a chance to climb the boulders? And no, I didn't. But, you know, questions like that, I'm gonna respond right away. But anything that's, you know, makes fun of the competitors or anything about training or past or future, I'll probably just ignore them, or I just won't see them.
Sean is one of the nicest guys on the circuit. It will hurt him to ignore them, but he will ignore. We are here. The questions, as he says, should be just about the event here, what's going on, and you know, we're more than happy to talk about them. I'm quite excited. The hairs are going up on the back of my neck a little bit here. This is the first boulder final for 2015, and I believe the judges are starting to nod their heads. I think the clock has started. Okay, we're on 2.5 minutes on the countdown, and I think that when that gets to 0, we will be going. Hello, Denmark. Great to see you in Denmark. For those people who've got black screens, well, you're probably not listening to me, so I can't really give you an answer, but if there's anybody on the chat room, it does work. And yes, we're having lots of fun here. We are, and there's Melissa Lenave. There she goes. She's got her headphones on. Do you listen to music before you go out? How do you relax before you go out to compete?
When I'm in doing bouldering competitions, I actually do not listen to music. It's a personal thing. With bouldering, I like to hear the crowd. I like to actually hear the competitors if they're topping or not doing boulders. Whereas in lead climbing, I always listen to music because I don't want to know, you know, where are they on the wall, and then maybe there's a bit more time. In between the boulders, I like to, you like concentrate on my breathing, drink some water, and so I don't listen to music, but I know a lot of the competitors do.
Yeah, I do see a lot of them doing it as well, and you know, like we were talking earlier about the men's problems with M1 and M2 and everything. You know, a lot of the guys back there have said that they're listening out to see, you know, oh yes, did he just top that one? And you, in a way, you've got a little unofficial scoreboard in the back of your head that's just trying to keep a toll of how people are doing. You're one of those as well, I'm sure.
Yeah, we definitely have an internal scoreboard. We know whether or not, and even like, we can even discuss between climbers, like, oh, you think it was second or third try, and then sometimes we even ask them at the very end of it.
Yeah. There you are, Akira Noguchi. She's had a few scrapes. Those legs have certainly been hit a few times, haven't they?
Yeah, and so the wall actually here, it's a brand new wall, and the friction that they have on the wall was actually, I'm gonna say special, because it was actually really coarse. It was like they almost like threw on like 300 grit sandpaper onto the wall with glue, and it was like, it's a great wall and it has really good friction for your feet, but it hurts. Like you go and you just like do a drop knee and you scrape your knee a bit and it's bleeding. Like it's bleeding.
Right. That's pretty cool. It is a beautiful wall, isn't it? This is all dressed. Look at this on the screen, the picture here. Like how beautiful, you know, the guys here have done a tremendous job. 10 seconds, we're ready. Yep, I think just one man coming out, Manuel Cornu. Oh. Now, although the clock is running, and in fact that's why Manuel has just decided to point at the clock. Okay, they've restarted it, and off we go.
So as I was saying for this boulder, it looks like it has a hard first move to get into the shoulder. Then you'll get the undercling, which is the bonus. I think the jump itself is not too hard, but then I think the last move is actually a little bit challenging.
Yeah. Cornu is quite an enigma, this chap. I'm looking at his history. He's only competed in 3 events, 2 of them being juniors, where he finished 3rd and 12th, and he was 39th in the European Championships just a few weeks ago. And quite amazing that in his 4th event, he's here in a final in Toronto. That's unusual, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really unusual that he made finals, but you know, like I said, he climbed really well in the semifinals. And this year he's kind of taken off in France. I was at the French National Championships. He killed it in semifinals and in finals, and I'm pretty sure he finished 3rd at the French National Championships.
Well, there's Konu there. He's fell at his first attempt.
And it was a little bit strange too, but for the jump, he jumped right-handed into the pink and left-handed on the volume.
Yeah.
And I was there, I thought you might jump both hands into the pink, and as your body swung out, then grab the volume.
Yeah.
It's a really minor detail, and I don't know actually what'll happen, but
yeah, that's the beauty of this sport. There's so many ways to go for it, isn't there? And you know, it's nice. You know, it's nice that he took his time there. A lot of young climbers sometimes will fall off and go straight back on and have another go. You know, he actually just considered himself for 20 seconds there and took a bit of time out. He's still got time on the clock. Here he goes again. Oh! Well, that's a good start.
yeah, it works both ways, and as you can see, the final hold is actually quite far away, so
Yeah, but he's
he's
not
either gonna
finished
have
yet.
to, he's gonna have to match hands, but whether he puts his foot out or
Oh, and now the arms are getting pumped. This is tough.
I read it like this with the U-look and bumping up, but it's far,
Oh!
and he tickled it a
Yeah.
tiny bit.
And that was the way to do it, wasn't it? But to be honest, he'd just taken a bit too much energy out while he was
I think so,
working.
yeah. He had his left foot against that sidewall, which is maybe the way Adam does it because he's quite tall. But you know, now he knows how to do it. I imagine he's gonna run the clock all the way down to 5 seconds and give it one last try.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I did have a question on the chat of how the volumes were, and they're pretty standard volumes. They have good texture. It's not as textured as the wall, but pretty good. Like you saw him up there, he's on those holds for a while. He needs to get his heel on, match quickly, and just really engage. Because if he can hit the last hold, he'll stick it.
yeah. So here comes Cornu. This will be his last attempt. 42 seconds on the clock. Quite incredible statistics for this man. Only his 4th climbing competition and only his 2nd at senior level.
While we're waiting, yeah, another few questions. They said, who are my favorites to win? I mean, I would always guess Adam, just because of his expertise. And for the women, it's actually quite open in the air, but
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Akio.
Okay. Yeah, I think Akio's, but you know, I don't know, it's so tough, isn't it? I think, here we go. Time is out. So now, this is his final attempt, and he knows he's got to do it quickly. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, he was so close. He executed it perfectly. He left with 10 seconds to go. Got to the final move, and you saw he got a little bit higher. I'm sure he would do it on his next try, but unfortunately he's gonna have to leave this with just a flash to the bonus.
So Cornu exit stage left. Here's the cleaners. This is what they're doing. They're working pretty hard here on this problem, because now we have another man coming out. So here we go. 1 male, 1 female. So it's Melissa Lenave who is now out, and Nathan Coleman has joined.
I'm also not going to answer any questions on the chat. They're in all caps, so don't do that.
That's just so rude. Okay, Melissa Lenave on the left, although she'll be shortly on the right. There you go. And she's on the right. And Nathaniel Coleman, great to see an American, as the only North American made the final. Oh, yes, he's tuned himself there. And here he comes, upper body stroke. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
That was pretty brave.
I think he got a bit excited there. I could see it in his face. I thought he was going to campus from the low one. Maybe we have Melissa.
Melissa Lenave.
She's got to get that foot over. If she can do it, I think she's going to do it. Come on, Melissa.
We have it, mate.
Her hips just came out a tiny bit there in the last move, but I think she'll do that boulder. I think she'll probably run the clock down for, maybe leave it for 2 tries, so she might leave in like a minute and a half, but she knows in her head she can do the boulder. She's gonna brush it a bit right now and let the colds cool off a bit.
Yeah, both of them just having a little break here. 2:20 to go on the clock. Yeah, there's no doubt that Nathaniel got a little bit overexcited there. And Melissa Lenave, she's quite happy to do a little bit of cleaning herself. She was doing this in the semi-finals, I noticed, getting the brushes out, and she'd rather give it a bit of personal attention. I think she's decided she's going to just have one more go here. She's taken a lot of time about cleaning this. And Nathaniel Coleman, this is his 3rd attempt, he's already here we go. So no problems here getting into this position. Then there's the big jump.
Here we go.
Can he move on?
Oh, he gets it.
Oh!
And he just campused through the whole thing. That was pretty crazy because I definitely did not read it like that, but as you can see, it works, and you just have to really engage for that last move.
Absolutely. So now Melissa Lenave. She's really caught up in that corner. Here she goes. Oh, yes.
Wait for the match. Oh, and her foot's gone over the black tape.
Oh, no.
I think they're not going to give it to her.
And the crowd have reacted.
Yeah.
She's still got 25 seconds.
Oh, that's such a big mistake, too. She knew
Oh,
it was
my
there,
goodness.
but,
Look at the look on her face here.
Oh, she's
She
going to
can't
run down
believe
the
it.
clock. She has another 15
She can't
seconds.
believe it. Well, she's going to have to get on any second. She's already pumped. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. She's on. Oh, no way. So time is up. That is so cruel. She never even realized the black tape was there around the corner.
I think she definitely did realize because they pointed out in preview. I think she was just so excited from doing the problem. She just flagged her foot out just to, not even to use it, but just out of instinct and just momentarily forgot.
Here she goes. She's going to do it again. Come on. Come on, Melissa. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, dear.
Oh, that's so hard. That's so hard on a competitor. She knows that she did the boulder and just a small mistake. It's like forgetting to match hands, kind of putting your foot over, especially when it's at the end like that. And she's gonna have to go back into ISO and keep her composure. And she knows there's another 3 boulders, but no, that's really hard as a competitor.
That was horrible. Really feel sorry for her. But Melissa Lenave doesn't complete problem 1, and now we're just waiting for the next athletes to come out. Anna Sturr and Kokoru Fuji. They haven't started the clock yet. And off we go.
And Fuji's just getting on right away. No rest, just right away onto the boulder.
There is Anna. Fuji's already up there. We need the split screen. Fuji's up.
Careful with their foot. Oh my, oh no. Same mistake.
Oh, and the crowd.
Wow. Okay, well,
The
Fuji did
crowd
it. He just did the
groaned.
boulder.
Fuji makes it to the top.
With the flash, which is incredible. Unfortunately, the whole crowd was watching Anna match hands. Same mistake as Melissa.
Yeah. Oh dear. So now Anna Stur has to do it all over again. So now Anna, having done this, well, all the girls are seem to be doing this problem once, the wrong way. And now the pressure is on Ashtar. You just can't put that right foot around the corner. It's men's problem 4 that she's just touching there.
It's crazy too. Now that we've seen that happen twice,
Yeah.
every time someone gets up there, I almost expect it to happen now.
Yeah,
Because it happened twice. It's
Yeah, that's it.
She knows she can do it. She's got to just keep her head together.
Oh, well, there we
Gets
go.
it.
Beautiful.
Gonna probably still
Just
match
be careful.
speed, but
Just
maybe
be
a front
careful.
flag or something weird. There you go. Good work.
Oh, well done. Well, she did it the second time. And both of them did it well within time as well. So Anna Stur departs, having completed F1.
And I was actually really surprised Anna left with 2:20 left on the clock, especially
Yeah.
that she can complete her last attempt.
Yeah.
I would have thought she might have ran it down till, I don't know, at least a minute and a half or something, but, you know, she was just excited. She probably still had adrenaline going and knew that she could do the boulder.
She was confident. And amazing to see that somebody of Anna's experience to have made a mistake like that as well. If she's going to make that, as you say, you're almost expecting all the others to do exactly the same now. Next athletes coming up, Chon Jong-won, Katarina Saravine. And they'll be turned. There we go, so we're on a dual start. The main official stands in the middle, starts the clock, and off we go. So M1 on the left, F1 on the right. I see a few comments online about the tape and it being unfair, but you know, that's exactly why the climbers are allowed to look at the route beforehand and to notice things like that.
That's exactly what the observation is for, and it was well pointed out that was a black tape. It's just a mental lapse when the climbers get up there. They just forget that the black tape is around there, and they're not thinking about it. Oh, Jong-won takes a hard fall on the dyno.
Yeah, he's actually feeling the back of his neck there. I think he landed a little bit awkwardly.
Here's Kat on the last move.
And Saravine.
Oh, just not enough power for the last hold.
Yeah. I remember this in Toronto last year. Chong Jong-won was absolutely superb, and you know, he was leading early on. He only missed out in the finals, but he's a real athlete. He likes coming to Toronto. He made the finals, but he missed out on medals in the final.
Yeah, he just missed out. He couldn't complete the fourth problem, which is actually really powerful. But I think he did the mantle, and he had a really good semifinals. I remember that.
Yeah. You've got an incredible memory. If you can remember that he didn't complete problem 4 a year ago.
It's because I was in the finals and I needed him to not complete 4. Then if I flashed it, I was on the podium.
Right. Got it.
So they're both going to take rests here. Someone asked about brushing holds, and yeah, when we brush the hold, it's just a mental thing. We want to brush that one hold a specific way just to know that like the chalk is coming off and it's going to have good friction.
So here we go. There's the big move from Chong. Oh. Just not getting the grip, is he? Now this is a tough situation for him because he's had 2 good attempts at it. Failed twice. He's probably only got 1 more in him. And you know, there is difference between athletes. Everybody's strong in certain areas, and could it be that Chon has just not got that little bit of finger strength needed to hold on to that? Sauerwein.
Oh, Kata again on the last move.
Yeah.
I think Kata's going to wait for the clock to run out, and I think Zhang Wang will try it another 1 or 2 times unless he does it. But yeah, it's and maybe for him, maybe because it's such a physical move, it is a jump where you basically have to catch it with one arm, and then the hand that's on the volume is mostly just for stabilization. So maybe it's because of that. Maybe it's just something where he's not feeling it perfectly. Because, well, here we go. Here's his third try. So there, he felt it. You could see it in his arm, and he was going to do it. Now he just needs to keep it together for the last move.
Here we
He's
go.
second guessing. He goes to put his foot out. Puts his foot back. He's going to try it like this, and let's hope he has enough energy.
Oh!
And he does.
Well done, Chong Jong-won. He nearly didn't have the energy to stand up when he landed there.
Yeah, and he's going to be really happy with that one.
Yeah.
You could tell when he first jumped, actually, his right hand had engaged on the hold. He just hit the stabilization, and he kept it together for the last move.
Yeah. So now all the eyes are on Katarina Sauerwein here. Now it's interesting seeing how Anna Stöhr did that this problem when she got towards the top, and how cool and composed, and she took her time, got her balance right. Whereas you've seen with Katarina that she's almost trying to do it in one move and not really settling, and that's then giving her the problem.
One of the biggest things I noticed just between Kata and Anna is Anna climbed actually a lot faster on this boulder. Kata takes her time. It might be because of that she's a little bit tired near the end, or it might just be Anna just is super confident up near the top of the boulder, but I hope she can do it on the third try.
Here we go. Time is up. Oh! So far, only Anna Stöhr has made problem 1 in the female category. And coming up next could be the 2 athletes who will end up with a gold medal around their neck. I think a lot of people have got these 2 marked as potential gold medalists. Adam Ondra and Akiyo Noguchi. Akiyo Noguchi, the defending champion. And here's Adam Ondra. The enigma that is Adam Ondra. He's only the current world champion, both lead and boulder. He's just such a difficult man to beat. And he's going to be very happy to have seen some of the big names not qualify for this final. Inside, of course. So the current world champion, his first attempt on M1. It's great to see him competing in the World Cups this year.
Here Adam is going to set up for the jump. I do see Adam flashing this boulder, but we'll find out in just a sec. It looks as if he might try to do it static.
Whoa, nice. Oh. Oh.
Definitely a small error there by Adam. He jumped out like I initially thought, but he didn't bump out the left arm after that. And here's Akiyo getting up to the last move.
Yeah.
I'm going to be more stressed out for her matching the last hold than on the last move, because I think she'll be fine going up with the right hand. There she does it.
Oh, yes.
And now I'm a bit nervous.
Oh!
Oh my goodness, that's the 3rd person.
Oh, she just looks down.
And she's going to have to jump off.
She's going to have to come off the
jump
wall.
And as someone asked on the live stream, you're allowed to put your foot over the black tape, but as soon as you touch the wall or any hold or anything beyond the black tape, so they're all doing it for stabilization, and because it's around the corner, we don't see it, right? So we're putting our foot. We just want anything, just to keep our body in, and wow, 3 in a row.
Yeah. Here comes Ondra, attempt number 2. It was strange. I thought Ondra had got a grip there. It was unusual that he swung a few times. He's fighting this.
He should be fine now. He'll just campus like this. He just need to commit. There you go.
Oh, there we go. There we go. second attempt for Ondra.
Yeah, but just a small misread by Adam, really. The
Yeah.
fact that he wanted to control the swing, but the in, out, and then back in all in the same hold. And as soon as he canvassed to the next volume, he knew that's the way it was to be done.
Yeah.
But, you know, just a small error. One attempt. He did the boulder. It's all that matters. So.
Yeah. But sometimes that one attempt could be the difference between gold and silver. So there's a chance, you know.
It is, yeah. But just to be having done the boulder within one attempt, that's what he's going to be hanging on to because he knows that he can do the rest of the boulders. You know, hopefully.
So now Akio Noguchi. Here we go. I love this view here from the camera directly behind. There's that blue little hold that's been the nemesis of so many of the climbers here so far. She's definitely aware of it this time. Oh. Oh no, no.
So the judge gave her a top, but
Oh, no.
but the head judge then
Yeah, absolutely.
said,
that
no,
was not a
no,
top.
it was not a top, but
No.
I thought I saw.
No,
I
and
thought
she
I saw
knows
the
that
judge.
herself.
Oh, and
The
here
crowd-
comes the crowd. Oh, it's a hockey rink. Ooh, it's a
Calm
hockey
down.
rink in here.
The crowd are
No,
going
they're gonna be
crazy here.
mad. No, they're mad.
There's people in the crowd going, I don't believe this. Oh,
No, and realistically, if she would have been given the top there, any of the other coaches that are the Austrian
Yeah.
coach, the French coach, they'd have appealed it right away because
Yeah.
it was not a top. She
absolutely.
knew it wasn't a top as well, so
Yeah.
she was waiting to do it the third try. But you
Yeah.
know, home crowd advantage. We're in a hockey rink, so the crowd's getting into it.
yeah, the gloves were off there, weren't they, for a little minute? But yeah, I think we all agree, everybody agrees that was not a top. And the head judge, that's exactly the reason that the head judge is involved. Here we go. Time is up. This is Akio Noguchi's last attempt. Third time lucky. Watch your foot. She's done it.
She's done it. Three times in a row. She's done it.
Well, they seem to like that around here. I've just turned around for a second to look at the crowd, and they're all they're all having great time. They're all having fun. There's lots of young kids in there getting their first experience of bouldering at competition level, and it's quite incredible here. I'm really enjoying this. So now, Juliana Wurm, current Olympic, current world champion. That's not bad going, is it? Especially when the women's category is so fierce. Clock is going. And on the right-hand side, Alban Levier of France. We don't know a lot about him, actually. He's done incredibly to get here. We've had a superb performance from France. 3 out of the 7 climbers have made it through.
And Alban, Eula is on the last move, and
she
my
nearly.
goodness, she
Oh
knew it
my
was there.
goodness.
Wow.
Wow,
My
wow.
heart was racing there. You could see her foot coming around, and then she remembered that the black tape was there, and you could see her foot come away from the wall to make sure, and she remembered.
Yeah. And she sticks her tongue out on the way past. She's a funny girl, Yuli, and she had a bit of fun there with the crowd. I don't know if that was deliberate or not, but it doesn't matter. Alban Levier here, he was 8th in the European Championships in Innsbruck. Another climber that we've not seen a lot of on the World Tour, but he's made the final here in Toronto.
Yeah, this is his second World Cup final. He's in the final last year, the last World Cup of the season. And he's a younger climber. I think he's not in juniors anymore, but he's definitely a young climber, and he's got a lot of potential, and he's actually really good at overall.
Yeah.
And he did the jump the right way that time, but he does need to bring that left hand up. And as I was saying before, he actually is a really good overall climber. He did lead climbing at World Championships, and he's also a speed climber. I think he's predominantly a boulderer, but it's really cool to see another climber that can do all three disciplines.
Yeah, that's it. He could be challenging you at some stage for the overall title. He's, you know, he's only been climbing really the last couple of years, and he had a good season in 2014. Did a little bit of speed and bouldering, and also some leads. So yeah, complete all-round guy. This is. I'm just having a look. He made the final in Laval last year, but generally just outside. But he has been in a fair few semi-finals. So this is certainly a highlight performance for him. He was 5th in Laval.
And he's right back on for the dyno.
Oh!
There you go. Gets a heel, and I think he's going to just pump up there. Yeah, there you go. Tops the boulder, and he's happy with that one.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So, all the men qualifying through on M1. Of course, not the first one. Thank you. Cornu missed out. But incredible, we have 3 Frenchmen in the competition here. And Gigi Monde, who won here last year, didn't even make it through. Next up, for the men, it's Jeremy Bonder. And for the females, it's only Alex Puccio. Here we go. Puccio was first place after the semi-finals. So she's the one for everybody to beat. She's having a good look at this problem.
Here we have Jeremy Bonder, and he's the shortest competitor in finals. He's about the same height as me, around 5'7". He might be 5'6", but you know. Setting up for the jump, and he needs to get his left hand up just like Adam. Oh, and he sticks it. He's gonna be good. Getting to the last move. He's gonna go for this. I think, you know, he's gonna campus. He just needs to needs to commit. He knows he can do it.
Oh!
Just a little shy of the last hold. That was his first attempt, so he should be able to do it. Now we're going to switch over to Alex. Here's on the second to last move.
Here goes Puccio.
She's going to be able to get to the last hold, and I'm more worried about her match.
Yeah. Where's she going?
Let's
Where's
see,
that
here we
right
go.
foot going?
No!
No!
4 for 5. Oh, the crowd is
And I think
dead
she realizes.
silent
Oh. She's frustrated with herself there. But that's an attempt gone. So many people have made that mistake. I suppose it's just part of the relaxation of having made it to the top. You just sort of, for a second, just forget that tape.
There's a few elements at play here. Yes, you forget it. It doesn't help that if you can see closely on the boulder, in the middle of the boulder, you can see the black tape around the 45, and then it disappears. And so in your mind, you think, oh, it's okay, the arret's in. And on the boulder, the last arret is in. So you forget, and unless you specifically previewed that, it's easy to do. And as you've seen, 4 to 5 girls did it. Eula just happened to remember that the tape was there, which is, great honor. But
Bonder fails on attempt number 2 there on the jump. And this is interesting, Sean, you know, as you say, he's a smaller athlete like yourself. There are going to be some problems naturally that a shorter athlete is going to have issues with.
Yeah, and definitely a jump, and more even for that last move, but he just needs to jump further than the hold is because it's really good. He just needs to hit it.
Yeah. Puccio, attempt number 2. Just has to get the foot right. There we go. No problem this time. And so Alex Puccio, every female athlete has managed problem 1, no issues. Just having a look. Melissa Lenave and Katrina Sauerwein just got the bonus on problem 1. So far, it's Noguchi, Verm, Puccio and Stur who are in the lead. They've all topped. As for the men, Bonder and Cornu currently haven't got problem one. Bonder has got 25 seconds. Just a bit bright, mate. Bonder has got 25 seconds.
Yeah, Jeremy's just gonna let the clock run out here and get on just before. He knows he has one shot left. He knows he can do the boulder, at least get up to that last move, and he just needs to keep it together in his head.
Yeah. Here we go. This is the big jump. Oh. Now the move. He's got the foot in. Here we go. Oh no. Just a fraction short. And that is round one complete.
A lot of questions on the chat about grades. What are the grades of the problem? What are the grades of the semifinals number 3? And that's another question that I just straight out refuse to answer. And the reason is it doesn't matter what grade it is because it's a competition. The fact is that we only have 5 minutes, 4+, and we're all alone. We don't even get like a coach or like that's a heel look or like it's a slab or it's a dyno, and that's the hard part in a boulder. It's not usually physically very hard. In this one it was actually a physically very hard move, but a lot of the time like the slab, yeah, the grading, it's so irrelevant because the thing is are we able to do it in 5 minutes in front of a crowd, and it's right now, it's these 5 minutes. It's not, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it in a couple days. It's nope, your 5 minutes starts now, and now you have 4 minutes and 55 seconds. So that's the part that's hard. And then also that it's a circuit. They have to do 4 boulders. We have to do 5 boulders in 45 minutes, and it's hard.
Well, while they're doing a little bit of work here, we just have a quick look at the leaderboard for the men. And this is how it's standing. This is, so you see that Kokoro Fuji was the only one who flashed problem 1. And Onda in 2 attempts, Levier, Chon in 3, and Coleman in 3 as well. So that's while they're doing some changes here, because of course that tape, yes, they're just putting new tape down. So we do have a little gap. So that's the men's competition as it currently stands. And then here is the female competition. Julie Verm, having flashed problem 1, now is in the lead. With Puccio, Sturt, Noguchi right behind. So here we go, problem 2 now. So we go again with Matthew Corneau. He's out. He gets to climb on his own, remember.
That's a really cool move. It's a huge crossover. Here, there's not a lot of feet. They kind of disappear into the volume. The next 2 holds are both underclings. And the final hold is actually pretty good.
Cornu failed to reach the top on problem 1.
Here, he just needs to jump. He just needs to hit it. The last hole is actually really good. Or not jugular, but it's really good.
Or maybe he doesn't need to jump and he can just reach.
But you can see the way he's hanging on one arm. It's good, so they could be going there a lot faster.
Yeah. Bit of frustration there on the wall. I think he's annoyed that he didn't make M1, and that must be difficult, Sean, when you've gone at problem 1 and you fail where you should have got it, and then you carry that through the rest of the climb.
Yeah, that's really hard. And the fact that he flashed that, I mean, we'll see how the other climbers do it, but it's obviously the best to flash it. And if you would have done that first one, you would have been in the lead, or been in the lead by a whole boulder. Right now he's in the lead because of the bonuses, but it's most likely that some of the other climbers are going to do it, and he's going to be pushed down.
Yeah. It's Melissa Lenave on the right-hand side, and Nathaniel Coleman, who had a great climb. It's great to see this young American having such a great competition here. Of course, we all go to Vail in Colorado, the United States, next week. I think he's going to be greeted quite well when he gets there. So female 2, tell us about this female 2 problem. This is covering a fair bit of distance.
Well, I looked at this female 2, and I thought it was a man's boulder when I started looking at it. There's no feet, and the holds are all so bad, and then I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I looked back at F2, and I was like, well, okay. So it's really hard. You can see Melissa's really extended here, and after she comes out of that heel look, she's basically smearing or in a left high heel look. So the ending, you have to definitely put your foot over by that M3, and the last move might not be super, super hard, but getting over, making that transition is really hard.
Yeah, this is a really energy-sapping climb here for Lenave.
And he just dunks it into the last hold. So you could see there how fast he went. He actually crossed into it. He didn't go up left hand like the first French climber. And like I was saying, it's we have those holds back in isolation, so they know the size of them. And yeah, he just went and dunked it and matched hands on the swing.
So Nathaniel Wilson is 2 out of 2. And that's a pretty good start when there's only 4 problems. Melissa Lenave here. Now, is it at this stage, if you're a route setter, that you might be a little bit nervous, because a lot of the guys have top problem 1, and
yeah, definitely a bit nervous for the route setter, especially because the first 2 flashed it. So you assume that the rest of them are also going to flash it.
Yeah.
The third boulder is like full slab, which is interesting, which it probably won't separate all of them, but I don't know. It's just interesting.
We'll see.
And
yes.
the fourth boulder looks really cool. You do full feet first, and the last move is actually very similar. We have to kind of jump to a similar hold that's really good, but they've actually blocked the inside of it. So yeah, the actual hold is a jug, but because they've blocked it, it'll be a really spicy last move.
Yeah.
And with the grading again, it's yeah, I know you want to know just so that see if you can do World Cups, but the grading is actually really important.
Yeah.
Just if you can flash it, or if you can do it in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Not really, can you do V12 in like 2 days, or it's can you do all the V7s and all the V10s, or V7 to V10 in the world in 5 minutes, in front of a crowd. That's probably a better generalization for it.
Melissa Lenave, this is about the point where she came off first time around. And there's a fair bit for her to do, even when she gets to this point, which is, I think that's the bonus hold there.
So this is where you put your heel.
Yeah, where does she go? Yeah.
It's a heel. I do think you put your heel, you cross up to the hold that she was trying to touch, and then you have to release the heel and get your feet over on that sidewall.
Yeah. This is a tough one. And of course, for those of you who watched a lot of bouldering on the IFSC YouTube channel, you know, what we're looking for is we're looking for problems that cause separation. We don't want problems that nobody can do. We don't want problems that everybody can do. And that's the job of a chief route setter and his team. It's a really tough job out there. I would certainly not want to be a route setter. And these guys, of course, have got to set interesting problems as well. Time is ticking down, so Melissa's going to have one last attempt here. 10 seconds on the clock. She's going to give it, she's just swinging the arms. She's going to give it one big last go. So the French #1 boulder climber, Melissa Lenave. She comes off, and that will complete her attempt here on F2. So Melissa goes into the background, just to have a little think about that. Melissa didn't top F1 as well, so it's going to be hard to see her getting into the medals now. having missed out on F1 and F2. Well, we've still got people cleaning here and the clock has started. Yes, guys. They're a great team here. There's a brilliant bunch of volunteers and staff here in Toronto. And Anna Sturr. We did an interview with her a little bit earlier on, as we did with Sean yesterday. Just talking about training and what she does in her spare time.
Here's Anna coming through this difficult section. So she's gonna pop up the heel, toe actually. Oh, heel, toe, no, just a toe, cross, and now she's gotta get her foot out. So just kind of stab it. She just needs to fall and kind of stab her foot. Oh, she's gonna go hand at the same time. Oh, no, or a combination of just everything. And popping into the final hold.
What a superb climb from Anna Sturr. Sean McCall is just patting his leg next to me in appreciation. That really was a classy move from the Austrian number 1. Here's Chong Jong-won, who was actually leading. He flashed problem 1.
Yeah, and he almost flashed number 2 there. He actually just brought his right foot to basically where there's not really a foothold, and he applied just a bit too much pressure and his foot slipped. But the other two competitors, they kept it inside the foothold, which makes your center of gravity, your hips, a little bit lower, but it's a better foothold.
Yeah. Well, I hope you're enjoying the coverage here on IFSC. It's what, coming up to 6 o'clock here in Toronto. I know it's after midnight in Europe, late in UK, and a lot of people watching. It's probably 6 a.m. in Singapore. People all around the world watching the climbing, and I really hope you're enjoying it. Always a big audience. And don't forget, we're going to be in Bale as well next week. Next Saturday, we'll be live from Bale. Semi-finals and finals taking place on the same day again. Just make sure you keep in touch with the IFSC YouTube channel. Also, IFSC Twitter, Facebook, and ifsc-climbing.org is the website. Loads of great videos. It's been tremendous, bringing you world-class climbing from all around the world tour directly to you at home.
Yeah, a bit of downtime right now as he just kind of runs down the clock. He'll probably try it maybe twice. He might just rest for another minute. No, it looks like he's going to try it again. And then if he doesn't get it, he'll wait and run down the clock. So he knows he can get up there, and he knows it was a little foot slip. So
yeah. Excuse me, I said it was Chon Jong-won. It's actually Kokoro Fuji out there. I didn't notice the number on the back. Oh dear, Fuji's down.
He didn't fully commit to the move, and I think he knows it.
Yeah. Come on, Kokoro. One last go.
Yeah, and I think he'll wait. He probably should wait.
Yeah. Well, Fuji had an awkward time in qualification, but managed to get through. At one stage, he looked as if he wasn't going to be doing M4, which just about everybody managed to do in semi-finals, and he pulled that one out the bag, and that guaranteed his qualification into the final. Although it was a little bit confusing at the time, because a few of the IT systems went down around us, and we all had to go to manual. 20 seconds to go. Well, there's been 2 climbers have made this so far pretty comfortably, and Fuji here, yeah, he's looking for a little bit of help. Okay, good start. Oh no! And Fuji just ran out of steam, and those early 2 attempts look as if they just were a little bit too much for him, and Fuji exits stage left.
A whole bunch of questions about isolation. So no, you can't have cell phones in isolation, and right now they are all isolated. So they actually, before they go into boulder, they're in one isolation, and when they go back to the boulder, because now they have knowledge of the boulder, of the current boulder, they're not allowed to talk to anyone in that previous isolation. So really, there's supposed to be 2 separated by some basically a black tape, which you can't step over.
Yeah.
But there's no communication allowed. So yeah, no cell phones, nothing with the Wi-Fi. You can have iPods that just play music, but definitely no, cameras or.
Absolutely. Because somebody could be watching the stream and then
Exactly.
send a friend a text message, and Text messages. That's a bit old-fashioned now, isn't it? Nobody does text messaging anymore.
You can write a letter in isolation.
Oh, that's true.
But
yeah.
yeah, it's, you know.
Oh, I'm sure that, yeah, carrier pigeon indoors. I think there used to be very strict rules about what the MCs we used to say, but I think now things are a little bit more relaxed now. It's more about entertaining the crowd. And we do have a big screen here, which, you know, certainly in the old days, Sean, I don't know how far back you go, but I remember not being able to put results on a big screen because the athletes would see them. And, you know, there you guys are climbing in the semi-finals, and you just look to your left and you could see everything that's gone on.
Yeah, he's having a hard time with the dyno, and it's a little bit awkward because he's so tall. He does have to actually bring his feet up a lot. I know that for shorter climbers, they just have to get to the holds, and then, yeah, if I was doing this dyno, I wouldn't have to pull my knees up quite as high as Jongwon does.
Yeah. Well, this is Chun Jong-won. Apologies for getting the wrong athlete earlier. And Katerina Saravine on F2.
Oh, it looks actually like it's really hard to actually get your foot up there. Once you get your foot up there, the cross a little bit easier, but then you still have to take out your feet out of the cross, but it's really hard to get your foot up there. Kata got her heel. Anna chose a toe, and I think Kata's now realizing that maybe it's better just to get a toe, because on your heel you'll actually be up a little bit higher.
Yeah. Here's Saravine. Both of them just having a little rest. There's still 1 minute 40 to go, so there's plenty of time here. They'll probably be able to get 2 more attempts in if they're nifty, unless they've just both decided. Looks like Katerina Saravine has decided she's having a real good look at the wall here. And this is something the Austrian team seem to really like doing. Anna Sturr does it a lot. They'll really take their time looking at the problem, really analysing it, and she's just shaking the arms loose, and so is Chong Jong-won as well. Ah. Well, there's still a chance. 45 seconds to go. Saravine looks like she's not. Yeah, she's going to just let the time go out.
I think they're both going to wait about 30 seconds now.
Yeah. See, a lot of inexperienced climbers would be looking, saying, "Look, why don't you just go?" And Katerina could have possibly had 2 attempts, but she's making sure she's going to have 1 really good attempt here.
A lot of climbers just have that feeling of when they want to go. So you can go in the last 30 seconds. I personally wait till the last 10 just to make sure it's my last one. But a lot of it's just based on feeling. And she felt good, and obviously now she's gotten ahead, and she's gotten to this hard move where she just needs to let her feet go and tag up that other wall.
Chon Jong-won just did the most incredible, and he is actually just gone, and Saravine has gone as well. Well, there's a bit of separation. There's 2 athletes not managing their problems. And Chong Jong-won, who flashed problem 1 and was in first place after problem 1, is going to drop down a little bit now. There's Adam Ondra just waiting to come out. And Akiya Noguchi. I just absolutely loved Akiya this time last year when she was competing in Toronto and Vale. It was just like poetry watching her climb. The way she just constructed the moves. She was at the top of her game. And here she is now, having a real good look at this problem. This is a big problem for the ladies. It covers some distance, as you can see there on that camera shot. That's a big, big problem. So Ondra makes the move. Oh, whoa. No hanging around from Ondra.
No, Adam is climbing really confidently. You can see he just jumped to the holds. He's confident. Here, I imagine he's just going to kind of pop to the top. No, he's going to actually go really slowly. He's going to go left hand. He knows he's got it. He's gonna be really happy. You can tell just by his, just by him jumping around, he knows exactly what he's doing and he knows exactly what he's gonna try. And
Yeah.
here's Akio getting the heel look, and here's an Anna actually did it perfectly. You're gonna release the heel, tag up the toe, and move with your hand all in one movement. So she's. Okay, she did it differently than how I thought she'd do it, but you know, different in climbing styles between Anna and Akio. She just kind of leant over and then campused, and now she should be able to get that. She didn't get the undercling, but it's not going to matter. She gets into the final hold, matches. There's no black tape to worry about. She's all good. She gets another top in these finals.
Absolutely superb, Akio Noguchi. And that was a flash. Did it in one. She comes out all smiling. Julie Verm, pressure is on. And that was done with plenty of time left on the clock as well. There's still over 2 minutes left. Two flashers, Ondra and Noguchi. Possibly those two could be on top of the podiums at the very end of the climbing competition in about an hour's time. We're coming up towards the halfway mark. Alban Levier here of France, 21 years old, and is Juliana Verm, 25-year-old from Germany, current world and Olympic champion. There's the heel move.
Oh, she doesn't even need to do it like Anna did. I think Anna did it just because her style, but Eula is just ripping up this boulder. She can either get her foot out or just kind of pop. It's pretty good. Yeah, there she goes. Gets the undercling, gets the last hold, and that's two flashes for Eula. Oh, wait. Did she step over? No, she's the only one that didn't step over the tape because she remembered.
Yeah, so she stays in the lead. She did a flash on problem one, a flash on problem two, and now Verm really in the driving seat. Here's Levier. Oh, nice. And they've all been topped, and that was a flash as well for Levier. So again, only 1.5 minutes on the clock, and they've already moved.
Yeah, that's two rounds of people, both flashes. Yeah, Kyo, Adam, Alban, and Eula. So yeah, two flashes. It's gonna put a bit of pressure on these last climbers, but I'm sure they'll be able to handle it. I know Alex for sure is really gonna want this flash because of her small blunder on the first one. And Jeremy, if he needs to get back into this game, he's gonna have to do it. Yeah, probably in 1 or 2 tries, but at least do the boulder to stay in the game for the rest of the finals.
Yeah, Puccio topped in 2 attempts on problem 1 and Bonda didn't actually get a top in his problem, so he really needs to get back into this. The pressure is on him.
What Jeremy really should be thinking about, and I'm sure he is if he can just do this boulder, he's especially comfortable in slabs, and the third boulder for the men is a slab. So he just needs to get through the second boulder, do it, get into his forte, and then rely on the fourth boulder.
Yeah.
Alex, she knows the boulder's been done. She did the first boulder, 2 tries, it's okay. She's just also gonna want to do this boulder, and she probably is gonna need to do it in 1 or 2 tries. But the most important thing is just doing it. She's climbing really well, confidently. I don't think she should have an issue at the end, but here we go. Opting not to match that hold. And it's gonna cost her. She needs to match that top hold, at least to swing, to start her foot swing or anything. She only had her left hand on that top hold, like you saw. And I hope she realizes it and is gonna fix that up for her second try.
Yeah.
Here we have Jeremy up near the top of the boulder. Again, he's a smaller competitor. He's not gonna be as good on those underclings, but I know he can do it. He just needs to match and get out to the next one.
Puccio's having a good look at this problem 2. Both of them just taking a little break.
Yeah, there's going to be a little break here. I think Alex is actually going to get back on. She's just psyching herself up, putting on liquid chalk. The climbers can use any chalk they want. There's liquid chalk and then there's magnesium chalk, but they can use any type they want. Here, Alex with the heel look. She's going to cross. She needs to match this hold probably to get her foot out a little bit. She could jump and just stick the foothold, but it would help if she matched the stop hold. And she's got too much momentum as she's falling. And this is actually a perfect example of where it's really hard as a competitor. So we all know Alex is a really, really strong climber and strong competitor. And she's a little bit, she's blocked on the method. She thinks it should be able to go like that, where you guys all saw the other competitors that are matching hands. And she just needs to kind of realize it, and that's the hardest part as a competitor. You think it's possible one way, actually you know it's possible one way, yet it's a little bit easier if she just matched hands and then could pull up. So this is like one of the hardest parts as a competitor, and here we are witnessing it firsthand. Getting back up to the spot, gets the heel over there. Heel to a toe maybe. There, she's got the match. She's going a little bit differently. I think just like that. And just take her left heel, she moves it to a toe and then releases it. She doesn't like it. She's gonna, She switched her hands to get her foot over, and now she has to go for the match. Now she just needs to pull over and she should be done. Gets it. If she's not pumped, she just needs to keep it together. Just match hands, grab the undercling. Yep, flips it. Into the last hold. Generate a little momentum, Pooch. You got it. The crowd's cheering her on here. You know she wants it. And just slips out of the final jug. She just spent a little bit too long on the problem. That might cost her a podium. She got really creative in that middle section, which is exactly what I was looking for. She got the heel. You saw she matched hands, and she actually put her other hand down. Is that what she did? Yeah, she matched on the top one, then put her left hand back down just to move her foot across. Then she did the match and went out, and she just ran out of a tiny bit of juice and couldn't just dunk her hand in that final hold. Right away to boulder 3, and this is the slab that I was talking about. So you can see in your video, it looks slab vertical. It is slab, so by how many degrees? I think it's 3, 4, or 5 degrees. So you can see here, his hands are on nothing. He's just standing up on the wall. The pink features come out, 20 centimeters, and then the volumes also come out a significant amount. But here, I think you need to almost run. I don't know if you can do it super slowly like that. I think at one moment you do have to kind of push over to the second triangle. But you can see he's gonna actually switch shoes here. One of the most important things while we're climbing slab boulders, especially in competition, is confidence. We can all kind of do slab boulders in training because, we don't care. There's nothing at stake. But in a competition, it's really a lot about confidence and practice.
Well, apologies if you're just hearing a bit of buzz on the line. It's actually not an issue at this end. We're not sure what's happening over with the stream, but the buzz is certainly not happening, coming from here. So we're a little bit unsure what to do about it, but we're going to carry on showing the action. and hopefully we'll try and sort it out. But I agree, it is a little bit frustrating. Apologies for this. So here we go. Here is Cornu. Time running out on problem M3.
Yeah, it's hard. He's playing with different techniques now. You saw him try to go low. You saw him trying to go high. I think looking at the boulder, you have to go straight up and then across. But he's a bit lost.
So Cornu hits the and we've got the next athletes up. Melissa Lenave. Really apologies there for the buzz that was really taking over. We're just trying to identify. So here's Melissa Lenave on the left. And on the right, in fact, our scoreboard seems to have gone a little bit strange. It's, there it is, Melissa Lenave. Let's bring her name up, that helps. And Nathaniel Wilson on the left. Nathaniel Coleman, excuse me, getting there is still, there's about 2 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock. So Nathaniel Coleman there, almost making it to the top on M3. And Melissa Lenave on the right hand side. She's not had such a good final. Just two. I do apologise the fact that we are having issues with the audio, but we will just carry on throughout, and hopefully the buzz isn't going to go crazy. We are at a live event, and occasionally little things can happen which are a little bit outside our control, and I think it's a little bit difficult to troubleshoot while we're in the middle of a live event. If you watched us earlier, of course we did a live stream without any issues earlier, and just not sure if what's happened behind the scenes. If somebody's plugged a few things in, I don't know, but we will find out. Sean McCall is still with me. Sean.
Yeah, I'm still here, you guys. They are advancing really well. Melissa having a bit of problem getting it, and Nathaniel, you can see he got through the beginning section just by going straight up, which is really cool, and then kind of falling onto that volume. But they're both struggling a bit. Both of these boulders are full slabs, so they're interesting, but keep going. Daniel getting to this last move, and from here you just need to stand up and press. There you go. Oh.
Well, do bear with us online. We saw a great climb there from Nathaniel Coleman, and Melissa Lenave just looks quite disappointed as she heads off into the distance. Next two up. Is Kokoro Fuji. He's on the left, and Anna Stur is on the right. So Anna Stur, so far, Nathaniel Coleman has had 3 tops, and his 3 is really firing at the moment. Anna Stur currently on a 2 out of 2. And Anna Stur, 2 tops out of 3 attempts. Now that's the 4th attempt that's going to go in. Of course, if she tops here. And here's Fuji on the right-hand side. And for those of you watching online, we will definitely, obviously something has gone a little bit wrong with this live webcast on the audio side. We will be putting up a clean replay early next week, and we'll get that up there as quickly as we can. What a great atmosphere here in Toronto. Oh, now Sean, tell us about this problem, Miss M3 here.
Oh, yeah, the right idea, and here's Anna getting the zone, getting a little bit further than Melissa. From here, she just needs to step across, and this is one of the problems. Well, I looked at all of them, but the arête is in on this boulder, and so whether or not they previewed that, I think they would have. But from here, if you match feet, you can actually toe up the arête, and it might make it a bit easier, it might not. So yeah, there you go. straight out to the toe hook, and then the last hold is an undercling. So you kind of, she's gonna mono it actually in the bold hole, and just needs to match hands here. Oh, just lost it a tiny bit. But that's exactly how you need to do it. You just need to kind of get your thumb in there, and she's kind of stumbled a bit. You can see her fall a tiny bit, then try to re-grab the zone hold and then fall. But she knows she can do that boulder, and she has a minute and a half to do it. No, they pay the text in climbing. It's just that there's a lot of cables going out through here. We're in a hockey arena. There's no Wi-Fi, and I don't know. Sometimes that stuff just happens. Here's Anna. She got the flip on that hold, gets the foot on. She should be able to push out into the zone and then tackle the end of this boulder. And here's Kokoro getting its foot up and just falling. It's really strange. Again, I was talking about how the competitors are not going up before they go right, but here's Anna back on the last move of this boulder. Probably gonna match feet, get her heel out there. Here it is. There you go.
Oh, Anna Storr, big smile on her face. Another top. And so all the action now onto Fuji.
And he figured it out. There he is. He's standing up, and from here he might actually just put his right foot out, or he might try to stand up all the way.
So Kokoro Fuji heads off. And next two climbers are up. Chon Jong-won and Katerina Saravine of Austria on the right-hand side. Really is a great atmosphere, wonderful competition here. Saravine on the right, Chon Jong-won on the left. So here's Chong Jong-won on M3. And he's down. Saravine. This is the step across. doing well here. Savavine, who did so well in the semi-finals. Well, we think we may have identified the cause of our buzzing issue. We're going to, me and Sean are going to actually share a microphone for the rest of this event. So there's going to be a little bit of handing backwards and forwards. But apologies for the issue. Hopefully we won't get this coming back to us. And apart from all the comments you're seeing about the buzz that's annoying people, Sean, a lot of people watching this, you know, this is going to be a very tight finish, isn't it? It really could go down to number of attempts.
Yeah, it could really, and on the women's side, it looks like there's I think 3 or 4 girls that have done all the boulders up till now, and on the men's side, I think all of them except for 2. And then obviously Nathaniel doing 3 boulders already. Only Nathaniel actually doing this 3rd boulder, so he's out in the lead. And then it'll be interesting to see, well, Jeremy is kind of already out of the runnings, not being able to do 1 and 2, but we definitely have Adam, and it's going to be interesting. Also Alban, and Adam and Alban, so we'll see with this 4th boulder. And the 4th boulder, like I said, is feet first. I don't know.
Crowd are really getting behind Savavine here, giving her a lot of encouragement. Oh, Savavine comes down. Next up, Akio Noguchi and Adam Ondra. We're getting towards the business end now, here in Toronto. Now, so far, Anna Stur is the only person who's made problem F3. So there's a bit of pressure here on Noguchi, and so far Nathaniel Coleman, out of the 4 climbers, as the only person to have made problem M3. So what's the judge doing there, Sean?
Adam just had a false start. He didn't realize that both tapes were on the bottom one, so he actually can't start with 2 hands on the top one. He has to start like this, tap his foot, and then he can do whatever he wants. So just a little brain fart from Adam, and it's not probably going to come down to 1 try. But then I say that, and it's actually really close, but he hopes it's not going to come down to that 1 try.
Oh, well, Andrew almost can't believe it, he came off there. And Nathaniel Coleman of the United States, who so far has topped all 3, must be absolutely pumped round the back there. It's almost, I think he's got a foot on the podium already, and we've not even got to M4. It's just a question of the colour of the medal now. Oh, there's the balance, there's the balance. That's a pretty big body you've got to try and balance on that wall. And there's a little walk across. Oh.
It's funny, And he looks like, I don't know, he did something wrong, but really he just kind of fell off balance and his foot just slipped. You can see the black mark. You know, it's 3-4 inches long, and it's hard, I think, when you're against the wall because it has so much friction. Just like I was saying, it was about the it was because it's like sandpaper against the wall. It actually really catches the jerseys, which is interesting. But you can see there's a big black mark just where his foot came off, and yeah, it's hard.
So Adam Ondra here, as we're looking over at Nikhil Noguchi as well. The whistle's gone, we're into the last minute. Oh, and Ondra's down again, and well, I'm sure that Adam Ondra knows that Nathaniel Coleman has topped all three, so the pressure is on for the gold medal. Here comes Noguchi. Here's the walk across for the female three. Just get her hands right here. Has a little blowout. Ondra just settling himself down. He's got another 20 seconds. Ondra will have one more attempt. Here comes Noguchi.
There you go, same way as Anna got it up there. And oh, that's interesting. I think Akio is tall enough just to reach across. And then it's the match that's really hard. It's going to be the last try for Adam as well. It's just popping up onto the slab. And Adam is down. He's not going to be able to do this boulder. He's going to have to wait until the fourth boulder. But Akio, on this last move, trying to figure out how to match. The toe hook's keeping her in. She can get it. She just needs to figure out how to get her other hand over there. And someone on the stream mentioned that, isn't it a bit height dependent? Well, Akio's taller than Anna, and Anna did it. So it's really how precise you can be, how much you can pull with your toe, and how far you could stand up on your right foot in this position. She could change it to a heel, and she would get a little bit more weight. But there you go, changes it to a heel, get a bit more weight, but it's going to be a little bit hard to get her left hand up. Gets it, gets her. Oh, it's really hard to commit for this. There's no other feet, there's no other way. She could maybe bump her right foot up a bit more in that volume, but it looks like she's going to try it this way.
Oh, no, Noguchi's down. Well, I don't think anybody here expected that to happen. And that really has made life interesting now with Ondra and Noguchi both failing. And now the next athletes are up. Alban Levier of France and Juliana Verm. Four minutes on the clock. It's a 4-minute plus system. And now the leaderboard is getting interesting. Nathaniel Coleman leads with Adam Ondra in second place. And Alban Levier, who currently has topped both, has a chance of a gold medal here. He's really got a big climb ahead of him. Anna Straw is currently leading in the female category. But Levier here has a real big chance of topping his third. Verm is in second place. Verm and Straw. Verm is looking very strong here. And this is where Noguchi had issues. Verm currently flashed both problems. Could she make it 3 out of 3?
Alban doing really well on his flash go. He got right up there, moving across. Obviously Eula is also up at the very last move with his boulder. And Alban is pushing over, has the zone, just needs to keep it together for the last move. They're both on the last move here. Eula needs to bump her right foot just a little bit more up on that low volume. And Alban is on the last move. He's got his right foot up, going slowly, moving slowly. He knows he's got it here. Eula falls. Alban is still on the wall. A little slow pop. There you go. And he's flashed the boulder. And that was the slab skill I was talking about of Jeremy as well as Alban. So now that pulls Alban into the lead, and Nathaniel is going to have to top the fourth boulder to put pressure back on Alban. Adam can also put pressure by topping the boulder, but by then Nathaniel have already climbed, so it takes a little bit of the suspense away. For the men though, Alban Levier and Nathaniel Coleman do secure a podium finish each, and it's only Adam that can actually bump them off first and second, so it's going to be a battle between them, whereas Adam can fall the third or fourth, which would take either Jeremy doing better than 2 and 3 in the next two, and Adam not doing it, or Manu Colny or Kokoro Fiji flashing or maybe doing the last boulder second try, and also Adam not being able to complete it.
Here's Julie Verme. Great analysis there from Adam of the leaderboard. Levier and Coleman, if they top problem 4, they're going to be walking away with the gold and silver medal. And here's Verme. And she's got a battle with Anna Sturr in the women's. Here we go. Oh, this is where Akira Noguchi had real issues.
Again, trying it just like Akio did, and I think I really don't know how to do it. I mean, it seems to make sense the way that they're trying it, but you can't do it any other way. It's definitely gonna have your feet like that. She's gonna go back down, I think, to rest, to reevaluate this final boulder. But I think she's doing it right. You could probably put her right foot up a little bit higher, and then she's really just gonna have to palm it and just kind of commit to that last hold.
Juliana Verme, world and European champion. Not many people have those two titles at the same time. Oh! And time is out. And Julie Verme doesn't make problem 3, and that puts Anna Sturr in the driving seat. And final 2 athletes, Jeremy Bonder of France and Alex Puccio of the United States. Here we go. They have to run the long distance each, no messing around.
So for all you Alex Puccio fans out there, this is going to be the biggest hurdle for her if she wants to make it a spot on the podium, or she still has a chance to win, but she's going to have to do this boulder in, let's count it, she's got 1 and 2, 4, she can take a maximum of 3 tries, and she would need to flash the last one and Anna not be able to get zone, I think. But this is going to be a challenge for her. She's a little bit weaker at slabs, but then again, I think she can make it at least to the zone, at least to the last move, and then we'll see. But it's going to be hard for her, especially mentally. She did the start really well. She's up in this. The next hard part is just kind of getting under that volume and getting your left foot up on that pink foothold, and getting your right foot back up. Then you get the zone, and then you're kind of stuck on that last move. But this is also where we watched Melissa struggle a little bit.
Although Jeremy Bonder came into this in the lead, he's actually at the moment in last place. He's not topped either of the first 2 problems. So having had a tremendous semi-final, he's now really struggling in this final. And Alex Puccio seems to have hurt her side a little bit there. Did you see that, Sean? She fell awkwardly? No? This is not a problem that is requiring a lot of power in Puccio's sense, so this is a real tough one for her. Boulder. Now is this tricky little side move across. This is where Adam Ondra really had trouble. And in fact he didn't, it was quite weird, 40 seconds to go and he didn't even bother having another go. He just realised that this wasn't his problem. Boulder makes it and then he's down. That's really tricky. Only Coleman and Levier have made this problem 3, and this problem 3 is doing a really good job for the event. Puccio having real trouble in this area. There you go, there's that little toe. Oh. And Bonder's down at the same time. Bonder shakes his head. I think he knows he's out of the medals here. He's just climbing for fun now. 1 minute to go. And Puccio, I think Sean identified it earlier, this is not her sort of problem. And she's not even managed to get up to the top area at all. So here we go, and we're just, Alex Puccio departs there, and that's problems 3 completed. And Sean, you're looking at the leaderboard now, and what does it mean going into the final round?
Well, because Alex couldn't do that one, actually it turns out only Anna actually did that boulder. Puccio can still grab a 3rd place finish if Akio can't do the last boulder. We'll actually know that before Alex even comes out, but for the win, it's going to be one of the first girls, so Anna, Yula, or Akio can still take it, but Anna is a full boulder ahead, so actually it'll be yeah, a little bit interesting. I think, let me look at the start list here. Well, a little bit less interesting than I would have anticipated, because Anna is actually the 2nd person out. So if she can't do the last boulder, then it'll be interesting, because then if Yula or Akio do it, they have a few attempts each, then they can take the victory from Anna. So we'll see after Manuel obviously is going to climb by himself. Then we'll have the girl and male out at the same time. This boulder is all power for the men. So you saw you had a perfect start. You go right hand up, then there's a double shoulder, and then I think you campus. You face the crowd, give them a little wink, and then throw your feet up and go face first. Feet first. Not face first. Feet first.
Well, many thanks for bearing with us. We've left it late, but unfortunately we've had to try a different solution. And sorry to Dale, we've lost our mobile cameraman, but we're actually taking our commentary via a different camera now, and we're just going to talk you through problem 4 here. Levier and Coleman, they're vying for the gold. Ondra might be picking up a few bits and pieces if those two don't manage to top problem M4. And on the female side, it's looking really fascinating with Stur in the driving seat. But there's still competition underneath with Verm and Puccio there if Stur doesn't manage to complete problem F4. Really exciting finish here. This is Manuel Cornu, who topped problem 2, got a bonus in problem 1, but nothing in problem 3. And he looks as if he'll be finishing out of the medals here.
The question keeps coming up, but where are the Russians? I don't actually know where the Russians are. I know that Dimitri has struggled to get visas for Canada, but I can't account for all the Russians. I don't know. I'll be able to ask them in Vail, but I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's true. I remember last year, actually, they said they had issues getting to Canada, but they came to Vail. Yeah. I don't know. What does Canada not like? You need to ask a few of your friends in high places. And well, you know, what has he done to upset them in Canada? I don't know. But it's he will be in Vail for sure, as he was last year. We are live next week from Vail, Colorado, with it's actually next Saturday, semi-finals and finals, and it's always a fantastic event, just as Toronto is. 2 great events in a row. Cornu working really hard here. Tell us about men's problem 4, Sean.
Yeah, so here you can see he's doing the rows. I would have thought you just straight up campus. Maybe he just doesn't like that. He likes to keep his feet on. It doesn't feel like campusing like that. But I would have thought you just kind of cut your feet, do a 180, get to the next hold, and then go feet first.
Just as simple as that. Well, the crowd are getting behind Cornu here. This is his last climb in this competition. He's done absolutely incredible to get here. I can't believe that this man, he's only competed in 2 junior events and 1 senior event. And he hits the floor. Well, he can hold his head up high. I think he's going to finish in around 5th or 6th place here. But this young Frenchman, we're going to be seeing a little bit more of in years to come. Remember this name, Manuel Cornu of France. Well, as he departs, Melissa Lenave. And on the left side, Nathaniel Coleman. Now this is pressure, Sean. Surely he knows that he's got a chance of a gold medal, and here he is, this young American, stepping out. What's that feeling like?
I think for Daniel here, he's he of course wants to win, but this is his first finals. It's crazy that he's actually done this well. He's got nothing to lose. He knows that he can do this last boulder, or at least he can try. No one's done it yet. And if he does it, he knows that Albon needs to do it. They probably discussed enough back in the isolation that he knows he's in 2nd place right now. That means that if he does it, he can go into first and put pressure on Albon. But he does need to do the boulder.
And of course it could be going, because Levier as well has 3 tops in 6 attempts. Coleman 3 tops in 9, so he's already had 3 more attempts. Attempts almost don't matter to him. It's just about getting to the top and then hoping that Levier doesn't manage. We're looking also at the women's problem 4. Sean, tell us what your thoughts are about women's problems 4.
Women's problem 4 actually looks pretty cool. It's a jump start to a pretty standard compression top. I think once you do the jump, I actually don't know which one you go to first. I always thought the zone, and then you kind of perch just below where that hole is to go out to the left and then up to the brown holds. But here you go. Here's the feet first part. So there you go. Little wink to the crowd. Feet first. And then he's got to pull up, and that holds pretty good if he can get to it with his hand.
Here we go, Nathaniel, upside down. Oh my goodness. They're jumping up and down all around us here. This man is pumped. Nathaniel Coleman of the United States is giving it everything. He's got the bonus, which could well matter when it comes to the final thing. Just one big push here. Oh! Oh my Lord, that was so close. Sean, how close was that?
That was crazy. He did it exactly how I thought he would do it, which is kind of cool. Let's go for the stream to see that. And if no one does the boulder, you're gonna say they shouldn't have blocked the last hold, because he hit the last hold. It's just because it blocked. It's blocked. That's why he can't get in it. So personally, I kind of thought they shouldn't have blocked it, because then that would put pressure on Adam to actually do the boulder. But then again, you know, if Adam comes out and does it, or Adam comes and does it with the blocked hold, then it's perfect. So, you know, it's really exciting for the crowd, and maybe he will do it on his next try. He knows that he can get up there. So, I mean, how much time is he? He's got a minute. I would hope he waits 50 seconds. He's got one last try, and I mean, last boulder of the day for him.
Yeah, that's pretty cruel, to be honest. Putting a block in that hold. There's Melissa Lenave, who's had a tough time. Coleman is taking a little bit of a rest here. He obviously made a major effort in that first attempt. Clock's going down. Lenave is on the wall. And I think her competition is well and truly over. And here we go, Nathaniel. This is it, a chance of a gold medal. Melissa Lenave also has made a, time is out, she's on the wall, but she can't make it. That looks a really tough one for the female final four. Nathaniel is upside down again. That blocked final hold looks absolutely tough, tough, tough. Coleman's doing well. He's pretty pumped now. There's not much energy left in those arms. Here we go. One final push. One final push for Coleman to get a hand on this gold medal. He's got the heel hook in. Here's the push. Oh, and the heel just slipped right at the end. What a great climb from Nathaniel Coleman. Well done, sir.
Oh, that's really unfortunate. A tiny mistake at the top. I don't think he should have gone for the heel hook. I think he should have just gone for the jump to at least, you know, have touched it. It was a really great idea, and you know, he's going to get a medal out of this, and he's going to be in Vail for the rest of the season. So a great effort, and I do think that this boulder will be topped even with the blocked hold.
Well, we'll just have a little rest for a second here. Kokoro Fuji on men's 4.
And here's Anna. If Anna tops this boulder, she takes the win. Easily does the dyno. Just needs to get her hips around this hold. Oh, maybe should cup it the other way. Oh, wow. Yeah, I read it like that. Oh, that. A really hard finish, actually. And here's Fiji. Anna falls. And here's Kokoro. He's gonna jump right hand. Wow. Oh, nope. Oh, yep, right hand. No, it's a mistake. He's gotta jump left hand. I could see him setting up for the jump, and yeah, he was gonna jump right hand. He thought, okay, no, I'll switch to the left, and then eventually jumped with his right, but it's definitely a left hand jump in my opinion. And you can see there, he didn't even, I don't know if you actually saw it, but he didn't even touch the inside of the hole. He just touched the bottom of it. So he does need to go with his left hand, but he killed the beginning. He should be able to get up there, you know. Another probably 2 times if he doesn't run down the clock, and he knows he can get up there. And Anna on her side, The volume is hard. I think she needs to keep her left foot in the hole, really move her hips towards the left, and actually grab it as a cup on the top, and it's gonna make it so that the match is really hard, but then right away she can slap the other part of the volume and then jump into the finish. Whereas, so the second to last move is gonna be harder than the last move, but she knows that she can get up there. I think she just needs to go really quickly for the match here. And then slap the left part. Oh, gets the toe hook. Look at the toe hook with the right foot. It's a really good idea. She just really needs to get her knee pointing to the right, slap the left part of the great volume, and just house it for the finish.
So here goes Fuji. Anna Stroh is taking her time. She's having a real good look at this problem. It's just that final stretch that she's really analysing hard. Fuji's going to be finishing outside the medals here. Anna Stroh is climbing for certainly a gold medal, and in fact, Juliana Worm will be very interested here. If Stroh doesn't manage this, and Worm can top this herself, then Worm will take the gold because of far fewer attempts. So here we go. Time's ticking down, 30 seconds on the clock. Final attempt. Oh, she makes the dyno look so easy. She's just absolutely piling the pressure on this climb. Oh, she lost her footing. But time is still there, 15 seconds. One more attempt. She'll wait until that clock is down just a few seconds. And here we go, Anna Stroh on her final attempt. Fuji, meanwhile, he's going to make his jump. We haven't seen this problem solved. Fuji goes left-handed and gets it. Oh my goodness. It is possible after all. And here's Anna Stroh, and Anna is down. And that opens up the female category. Juliana Worm could well take the gold now if she makes this top. Well, Fuji made it.
Yeah, and he dunked it perfectly in there. I could just tell by the body language as they were going through the middle section after Nathaniel's second attempt that it's just going to rely on the precision. I still think maybe you don't block the hole just to have more tops, but then again, you know, he just did it. Adam can definitely do the boulder. He knows that. And if Adam does the boulder and, okay, let's count the tries. So Adam has, depending on whether he flashes the bonus, he has 2 tries for sure, and maybe 3, depending on how fast he gets the bonus. If he gets the bonus on his first or second try, then he has, oh man, I'm on the spot here. He has to flash the bonus, then he has 3 tries, and if he doesn't flash the bonus, then he has 2 tries. Because Alban wins in countback. There you go, nailed it.
Well, I think I followed that. But it has opened up now for Adam Ondra to step in. And certainly the favourite to take the gold medal here has got a little chance. These two won't be troubling the podium later on. Chon Jong-won of Korea and Katarina Saravine. Chon Jong-won is probably going to be finishing in like 4th or 5th position. Saravine was absolutely superb in her qualification in the semi-finals. But it's all to come in the female category with Worm and Puccio to come. Puccio just topped problem 1. She's got a chance of a bronze medal, and of course Noguchi as well. So 3 female athletes to come. It's all going to be very, very tight indeed. I love it when it goes down to the final problem. Well, we're just taking a little breather here. The DJ's blasting the music out. It's always great music here as well. There you go, both of them next to each other on problem F4 and M4. And Saravine almost makes that dyno. Incredible, the different strengths of different athletes, isn't it? Anna Sturr made that time and time again, comfortably. And she just struggled a little bit later on to the top. Here's Chong Jong-won. And, well, Nathaniel Coleman, who was so close to getting to the top. Well, he'll be competing in Vail next week for sure. And he's going to have a lot of support from the American crowd. Oh, nice, nice. Well, we've not seen this problem done that way before. Here we go. And now here's the big move. Here we go. Is he going to make it? Oh! So close.
So close, and Jongwon currently in 6th place. He might have moved up he's in 6th place. If he does get another top, he will move up one position into 5th place because Manu Cornu could not do the last boulder. And Kata sticks the dyno. Gets the zone, which is going to put her up 1 place. Gets to this really hard last move and is feeling the same pain Anna was in. Gets the match and is going to have to somehow get that arm out, the left arm. And falls. And Jongwon's a little bit too tired. Kata, who just finished, will finish in 5th place with Melissa in 6th place. And Jongwon will finish in 6th place in this finals. Oh, wait. He might finish 7th, depending on what Jeremy does. Next out is going to be Akio and Adam, and this is an interesting pair. So Akio can also win, but she needs to flash the bonus. Of course, if she flashes the boulder, she could also win, but if she flashes the bonus, then she has 2 tries. With Eula obviously being behind her, and then anything can happen, but she can still advance into provisional 1st place.
So here we
Adam
go.
looking really strong here. I think it's going to come down to the dunk at the end for Adam. Oh, brings his feet back down. Wow, there you go, heel. Yeah, just flexing those abs just for fun. It's going to come down to the dunk at the end.
Here's Ondra.
I think he's going to do it. I really do think Adam's going to flash this boulder. I think he's going to dunk perfectly fine, which is going to put pressure on Albon. But, 2 more moves left. Let's see how he does it. Gets the right hand, sets up. Will he go for the heel look? I think not, but I would definitely think toe. I would have thought toe there. Oh, he's just going to rest, So he's trying to knee bar and go to the arret. Now he realizes it's just a dunk. Here we go. Adam sets up for the jump. And he's going to go right hand, and that's a mistake. I hope he realizes it. It's so hard to tell. I can tell by his body language he's going to go right hand. But he's going to have to get back down to the ground, climb the whole beginning again. And here's Akio on the last move of her boulder. going right hand from the hold before the zone. Just needs to get enough momentum. The last hold is really good. She just needs to get there. There you go. Gets it.
Akiya Noguchi is the first athlete to take problem F4. This, and yeah, second, sorry. And Noguchi.
It'll put her into second place because, like I said, she didn't get the top on the first or second try. So both Anna and Akiyo have 3 tops. Anna has it in 6. I think Akiyo is, I think it's 7 or 8 now, maybe 9. But it definitely leaves room for Yula still. Well, there you go, 3 and 7. But because of the zones, you know, she couldn't have done it 3 and 6. But you know, Yula can go anywhere from here. She's already secured a podium finish. Alex can't actually move up. She's going to stay in 4th, even if she flashes the last boulder. But Yula, anything can happen from 3rd, 2nd, or 1st place.
So currently Anna Stur top, Noguchi second. There's Verm and Puccio to go. With and here is Adam really staring down the barrel of problem M4 now. He needs to top to get the gold. He's had a couple of attempts, but Nathaniel Coleman has certainly got his fingers crossed. And we've still got Alban Levier to go as well, who's right at the top of the pile. In fact, Levier's in gold medal position. Coleman's in silver. Andre looking to spoil the party here with his final climb. This is going to be... Oh, he's off, he's out. And Andre will not take the gold. The best Andre can do is bronze. And now it's all about Alban Levier, who's already got the gold. And he's going to celebrate with M4. So gold, silver and bronze is already sorted now. Levier will take the gold. Coleman will take the silver. Andre will take the bronze. And it's all about the female competition. Here comes Julia Verm. And Alban Levier has got the gold without even having to climb problem M4. I wonder if he knows that. That's going to be a great feeling going into M4. You don't even have to top, you don't even have to climb it and you've won.
I think he already knows he won, but he's just going to do this because he wants to do it, obviously. But I do think he already knows he won. So the next 4 minutes are just going to be kind of fun for him. And then he's going to obviously go celebrate with his team.
Yeah, well, to be honest, there's a great big scoreboard to the left, which is actually giving the same information that you can see online, and it's showing that Levier has taken the gold. Stur currently in the lead here, but Julia Verm, it's all about her here. Oh, just failing to hold there. So the situation with the women's competition, Stur has got 3 tops with a bonus on 4. Levier comes down. Noguchi is currently in 2nd place after 4 attempts. So Verm here can go into gold medal spot if she can top here, provided she doesn't take too many attempts, of course. Anna Stur has got 6 attempts in her 3 tops. And currently, Verm has had 4 attempts. So this could get very interesting. If she tops here, she goes into 1st place. So she gets through the bonus.
Kind of just needs to do this and match feet. There she goes. She's doing it like a Kyo. It's gonna get it. Gets it over on the good side, and go back. Oh no! She knows exactly what to do. She's gonna run down the timer. She knows that she can't go up with her left hand. She should do it like that. Just match feet and jump for the top.
So there's a few comments, Sean, saying that the top area of problem 4 for the female is, you know, it's really, really tough. And you know, how would you actually try and get through there? Because obviously we've seen Anna Stur do it, but nobody else has managed that one.
We actually saw Kyo do it, and it's because she went from the zone, down and left, and up with her right hand to there, just like Yula just tried it, and then just matched feet and went and tried to dunk the top. And when you think about it, Anna was kind of doing it the wrong way, but I previewed it like the way Anna originally tried it, going up with your left and then matching. But then, yeah, Yula and Kyo have figured out this method, and Yula is going to have one more try to take the victory. She will win if she does it on this attempt, and Alban knows he's won. He turns around to the crowd, getting them to cheer a bit. He knows he's got the win. He's going to try to do it. I don't know if he'll try the heel look again or if he'll just try to jump. Looks like he's just going to go for the jump. Nope, here comes the heel. If the heel stays on, he can lock it off. It's all about just sticking the heel. Here it is. 4 for 4 in 3, 2, 1. No.
Awesome, absolutely awesome. Time is going to be out now, and here is Verm. Oh, and she runs out of time. Julia Verm, great performance. They're standing up here in the crowd. The world and European champion departs. It's not going to be her day. Akiya Noguchi currently leads. As we've seen, Levier will have taken the gold, and Joel, just one more climber to come. Jeremy Bonder of France and Alex Puccio of the United States. So Anna Stur has taken the gold. Akiya Noguchi wins the silver. Julian Verm has taken the bronze because Alex Puccio, well, if she tops here, she flashes this. She may challenge bronze, but we will see. What a great competition this has been. And the final climb of the day, there's Adam Ondra, just watching in the foreground there. Let's see what Alex Puccio does to this problem. This is her sort of area. Nothing but raw power coming out here. And now this is where it gets a little bit awkward. Oh my goodness. Wow. What a superb performance from Alex Puccio. Superb on problem 4, but she just misses out on the bronze medal by one attempt. And she'll be finishing in 4th place.
It's interesting too with Alex. She flashed that one. It didn't look especially hard for her. It was because it's her style. And she didn't even need to do the slab to win. She could have done F2, that one in the corner with the feet cut. She could have done that one for the win. And we all remember she fell coming out of the jug after spending quite a long time on the boulder. And, you know, she might have been even a little bit pumped by the time she got there. But if she would have done it, it's hard to tell. I don't remember what try that was on, but she would have had very close to Anna, and that could have been for the win. So, you know, she's still up there. I'll probably go talk to her after, remind her of that fact that it came down to, you know, half a move, and that even without doing the slab, she could have also done the slab and then just taken it away. But even without the slab, she could have won. So, you know, she has to be happy with that. First one of the season. I know she's really dedicated, so, you know, she's got to keep her head high. It's the first one of the year. She was in finals, unlike some. But, you know. And then, yeah, here we have Jeremy on his last boulder. And for him, he also knows it's hard. He can see the scoreboard. He knows he can go up, but right now he just wants to, you know, show himself that he belongs in finals, so he doesn't stay in 7th, and top 1 boulder.
I remember you having a similar experience last year here in Toronto, where one of the earlier problems that you really should have got, that you failed on, and that cost you in the end of the day. And that's climbing for you. Sometimes some of the easier ones with 1 minute to go. Sean, before you depart us, you're going to be in Vail. It's always a great event over in Vail, Colorado, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great event. And before I go, people are saying in the chat that it was the black tape that's a decider between 3rd and 4th. And well, no, you're just straight up wrong. Because even if Alex had 2 and 2, she didn't even get the bonus on the slab. And Eula actually got all 4 bonuses, so she would have won in bonuses. And then with the whole black tape, the reason why they couldn't take off the black tape is because they all come out and preview first. They can't preview a route and then change it after. So they could say like, it's really hard to say, but they previewed it. The route setter said, look, there's black tape, and Eula made the correct decision in remembering that mentally and not putting her foot over. Then there was 4 people that had mental farts that screwed up, but. Even that part, it's all part of the game. I've seen it happen previous. It probably will happen again, but black tape's part of the game. When it's like that, it's a little bit unfortunate, but it is a part of competing, and it is what it is.
Well, we'll be live next Saturday from Vail, Colorado. And Jeremy Bonder brings our competition to a close. He's given his all there today. What a competition we've had. And the climbing is over. It is all finished. Let's all have a little rest for a second, because now it's time to have a look at the scoreboard. So, and this is what Sean was talking about. Let's have a little look at, this is how we stand with the men's competition. Confirmation, Alban Levier has taken the gold. Nathaniel Coleman of the United States with the silver. Adam Ondra with the bronze. Real good separation there. Kokoro Fuji, the only man to actually complete problem 4. Really good route setting there, and really fascinating to see how that turned out. Here's the female side of things. Confirmation, Anna Storr takes the gold with Akio Noguchi, the silver, and the bronze going to Juliana Wurm of Germany, with Alex Puccio just missing out on the fact of bonuses. So that 1 bonus catching her out. Just some of the data on there, I think the tops information is actually incorrect. Yeah, before we go, Sean's just going to hit the road. Sean, give us your final thoughts.
Well, looking at the results, especially all the boulders, all the boulders got done for the men. It would have been kind of cool if that hole isn't blocked, so we're going to come back to that one. But no, Kokoro was the only one to do boulder 4. It could have changed it a lot, if Adam had done it. Maybe Alban would have really had to grind it out, and maybe he would have done it as well under the pressure of having to do it to win. We don't know. So I actually thought their boulders were good. It's a little bit unfortunate that they didn't move too much on the slabs. There's still 2 tops, and then for the women, their third one, the last move was a little bit strange in my opinion, even though it wasn't really a height thing because Anna still did it, but a little bit strange, kind of pressing through there and working their way across. But then you look at the last results, it was 3 and 6, 3 and 7, and 2 and 2, and Eula could have won the competition by having 4 tries to do it. So I was really happy with the finals, especially after seeing such a interesting semifinals. Looking forward to Vail next weekend. Hopefully I won't be commentating because I'll be in the finals, but hopefully to see you guys there.
Okay, thank you very much, Sean. Great to have you on board here. We're just looking at the confirmed results here. These are absolutely correct for the men's competition. That's how things finished. Apologies if we had some real issues with some electrical interference during the finals here. We'll be trying to work on that and work out what actually caused it. I hope it didn't spoil your enjoyment too much. And you certainly were able to hear myself and Sean over the buzz towards the end, and certainly we were pretty clear after that. Here is the female category, confirmation, gold, silver, bronze. All the way down, those results are correct. Right, we're going to be having trophy presentations very shortly. We're just going to play you, while they're still taking this on, we're just going to play you a little video here from one of our sponsors here at Toronto. We'll be back with you very shortly. Okay, we are back here now, so we're going to get the presentations, and we'll get a couple of quick interviews with the athletes shortly. And my name's Adrian Battersby. We'll be back very shortly with interviews, so just stay with us for the presentations.
Presenting the medal on behalf of the high climbing gym is Andrew Coffey. Bob Berwick from Joe Rockheads presenting the trophies. And Jean-Paul Villafon, hand over to Snazzy Boy from Iowa. In second place from Japan, Akio Noguchi. And we still have a bunch of official t-shirts for sale at the G6 booth. So where are all of you those free shirts and free swag we got? All right, we still got some brushes. And we are looking at apparently decapitate somebody on the way out, so heads up. We got shirts from the Hive. And official Crusher shirts. While we're throwing all this out, if all of the climbers on Team Canada could please meet at the podium, we want to get a group shot.
Alban, what an amazing performance. Incredible, fantastic.
I trained so hard during so many times, so I'm so happy today, and I hope it will go. It will be at the same place all the each time I will do.
So many top climbers here today did not qualify for the final. You and Jeremy were top after the semi-final. Were you feeling that you would be on the podium here in the final?
Yeah, today we know all is possible, so I just have to do the job. I did the job tonight, so yeah, it will be possible in my head, so in my mind, so I did it. I'm so happy.
You are still very young. France has a very strong history of good climbers over many, many years. Does this make you feel very special that very top of the sport?
Yeah, I hope I will do the same, and in lead too, and I'm training for the combined, so we will see year after year, and with a smile.
I think Sean McCall is worried behind me because he knows that you do lead also, so okay, well done, brilliant work, congratulations, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anna, what do we say? Fantastic. You must be thrilled because the competition here was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm really thrilled, especially because I topped out a slab. And yeah, I won by topping out the slab, which I've never thought I would.
Yeah. I know that Sean McCall was doing the commentary and he was saying, oh, this is a really big moment for Anna. And you went and did it. Nobody else managed it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm really happy with my climbing, except for the fourth one. I couldn't get my head around it. And I think Juliana and Akio had the perfect beta, and obviously Alex. So, yeah.
And even in the semi-final, the qualification was so hard. I remember you on problem 4 in the semi-finals, where you were looking at the leaderboard for quite a long time and thinking, you know, I think I actually need to get a top here. And you know, you managed to grind it out and put it in. And here, you know, here you're on the top as well. You know, that's how good the qualification is here, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, semi-final was really hard for me. I managed to top the fourth boulder within, I had 10 seconds on the clock. And yeah, today in finals, I just thought that I want to prove myself somehow that I can still do it.
And that's the key. You absolutely nailed my next question, because you know there's a lot of good young female climbers coming through. I don't know where they're coming from. So many 16-year-olds from Japan. I don't know if they've got a factory there or something. And you know, you've been at the top. I remember a couple of years ago you won every event except one. You were untouchable. But does it give you that extra feeling that with the competition being so good now, that you're still fighting with them and still there?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Akio and Yula, they're not as young either. I mean, we're still the old guns, if you would say. But yeah, it's definitely cool to see the next generation coming in. And yeah, I'm happy that I'm still here.
You certainly are, Anna, and we want you to be around for a long time to come. Brilliant performance. What a competition today. And Toronto is a great event, isn't it, every year?
Yeah, thanks to the whole team for organizing it. It's been a good comp.
See you in Vail next week. Keep that form going. Well done.
Thank you.
Okay, well, all it remains to me, there's people climbing all around us here, and there's teams wanting to get pictures taken here. It was brilliant to speak to Anna Stroh and Alban Levier. What a great performance it was for them. My name's Adrian Masters. Many thanks to Sean McCall, who's just with me here. Sean, actually, just come here a second. Just Sean McCall, here he is. He's on the stage in the finals. Hello, Sean. Just to prove that he does have a face and it wasn't somebody who was just a sound alike. Sean, it was a fantastic competition here today, wasn't it? And, you know, great to see Anna still doing it, as she said.
Yeah, it was really good to see her win. It was really good to see Alban take his first World Cup victory. I think it's his second finals. I've actually seen him climbing a lot. I saw him at the French Nationals, like I said, and he's climbing really well. And yeah, it'd be really cool to see what he can do this season.
Well, look, we're going to be in Vail. You're going to be in Vail. We're all going to be there next Saturday. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you then. Goodbye for now.